Have you foreseen that COVID-19 will hit all of us really hard? People lose job, insufficient finance, business bankruptcy, and debt problem arise even more. Well, none of us is a fortune teller nor from a future, but something that will prevent you from falling hard, which is the financial education. Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Amirul Aiman, and today I will persuade to you about a policy of accounting subject should be a mandatory in school. As I am thoroughly doing my research regarding on this topic week by week, please be seated and hear me out, as accounting subject is very important that it should be a mandatory in school. Everyone is well informed about how and when the pandemic happened. It started at the end of 2019 without a warning, so we all are not ready to face this worldwide problem. Thus, eventually, people lose everything, including their financial status on the aftermath. Good to the others that are well equipped with the knowledge of the personal financial planning. In the correlation of this statement, a huge problem arises when the government did not value much for accounting subject to be a mandatory in school. Look what happened when pandemic came, and the accounting subject is just a choice. The individual does not have the education of the financial, is struggling to make his or her way out from the financial crisis. First of all, when COVID-19 approached, some of the individual does not has a saving account to prepare for the emergency. The ignorance of the financial education make the individual lose ability to calculate and allocate their salary properly. The neglection of the future making them to live in just a moment by spending all their money carelessly. Because of this, they are unprepared to the unexpected pandemic. Next, their income source is only a piece of a pie. Nowadays, the cost of living in Malaysia is expensive, and it will become much worse towards the future. Having one or two income does not really help that much. The imbalance of the salary and cost of living in Malaysia is why we should increase our source of income. 1,000 for a month is an insufficient amount of salary. By choices, the individual will miss the opportunity to gain knowledge on how to increase their income by making investment in bursa, mutual funds, bonds, and investment plan. The consequence is they will not have enough money even for a saving if they rely too much in a value of 1,000 ringgit for a month only. In accordance with these problems, you might ask how this new policy will be success. Well, as I proposed to you earlier, that accounting subject should be mandatory in school. It will help the student to adapt in both present and future in financial issue. As the finance education is supposedly very important for individual, it should begin at the early age. The benefits for this policy, the student will be exposed about how to manage their financial accordingly. They can practice the input that they have gained in their daily life at school. Example, if they get 10 ringgit a day for their allowance, they can make a saving by spending 5 ringgits for food and 2 ringgits for beverage. 2 ringgits left for their saving. For a month, the saving will accumulate of total around 40 ringgits. They will learn this type of techniques and tips if they learn the basic core of the financial planning. Thus, they will have a very stable foundation at the early age by making a saving by only using a scratch of 10,000 ringgits a day. Another benefits from this policy is the student will have more target of job scope. It is because some career fields, the people may need to uproot their life and move to industry hub to find work. Accounting, however, tends to be everywhere, from farmers to government organizations to software development companies. Seemingly, everyone could use the service of an accountant. This gives the student a fair amount of flexibility to choose their path career. So, apart from gaining basic knowledge about financial planning, they are eased to choose the path of accountant's work field. Next benefits that the student can obtain is the advantage of learning tax. This benefit is to prepare themselves in the near future about tax. They will learn a tax credit, which is a reduction of a tax that we owe. It helps the cost of going to college by reducing how much the student own on their tax return. They can make student loan tax deduction and tuition and fees tax deduction. Last but not least, this new policy will create more entrepreneurs in the forthcoming. It is because to own a business, they need to understand basic accounting principles to be successful. From managing costs, cash flow, invoice and vendors, it is all an important key to own a business. It will provide flexibility for a student to be entrepreneur while studying. So the students can do both earning money and study, making their life to the fullest and fill each minute without waste. When the blooming of entrepreneur happen, it will greatly boosting our economy. Thus, this policy making a long-term investment for the country. As you can see in the picture, the recent pandemic making everyone nervous without proper knowledge on how to make a saving. Everyone only relies on EPF, but EPF also have a risk if they let the people withdraw their money. So, in order for change to happen, you must start from yourself. Make a proper saving account and start saving. In the next picture, it shows that the guideline if you are properly make a saving. It clear as a sky that the knowledge of financial is crucial. In this era, we should strengthen our economy by fix our mistake at the basic level, which is the understanding of the individual financial. As the most important things to run a country, which is money, accounting subject in the school must be mandatory. Let this policy be true, because money is so important to us. As the word goes, a penny saved is a penny earned. Basically, it is a trick to reduce on our tax payment. With this knowledge, the student get to reduce the financial burden.